Shalom, shalom, all praises be unto Yahweh by Shimei Ashai, B'Shem HaKadosh. Double honor to the elders and apostles of great most done real well. Shalom to the elect of Israel, man. Simple, quick topic, and it's about being pilgrims, man. Sojourners, spiritual sojourners, man. And even physically in our life, in our life, man, what we go through in our hells and our struggles, we got to be pilgrims, man. Which I'll go into the word later on, but this is second Ezra 16 and 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle." So we got to be ready for battle, spiritual attacks, tests and trials, tribulation, temptations. Those are our battles, temptations of the flesh and lust. These are things we got to fight. And obviously, the prophecies in particular, the MARK, MOTB, the RFID, and NFC CHIP, man, which will be made mandatory soon in the future, very soon in the future. So we got to be ready for these things, ready to lose family and stuff like that, ready to lose jobs. That's a battle. Yeah? Ready for people to come against us. Yeah? Ready to be outcast. Those are battles. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So we have to be a pilgrim. So what is being a pilgrim upon the earth? The Greek word for pilgrim is parapedimos. And it says, outline of biblical usage, one who comes from a foreign country into a city or land to reside there by the side of the natives. A stranger. So we're strangers of this world. The scripture says that we are not of this world. So that means we're strangers, man. We're not of this world because why? We have a different mentality. Yeah. The people of the world deal with the spirit of Satan. We deal with the spirit of the Most High through Yahweh Shai, his son. Yeah. And Lord willing, if we be a elect, we're set apart of the people of the world, man. It says sojourning in a strange place, a foreigner or foreigners to this world, man. Yeah. So what do foreigners do, man? They maneuver, they reside in a place for a while, then bounce, then go to a different place, they adapt, they use the world, not abuse it, the scripture says. Yeah, in the NTA metaphor, in reference to heaven as the native country of one who sojourns on earth. Strong's definition, it says, an alien alongside a resident foreigner, pilgrim, stranger. Yeah. So one who just goes to country, city to city, land to land. So he doesn't really take too much attachments with him. He doesn't take too much belongings with him. And that's how you want to be in this truth. The longer you go and you grow in this truth, the more things you realize that you need to shed and sacrifice, man. Yeah, because sacrifice is a part of being a pilgrim too. This is Matthew 19, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Yeah, which is a good question, honorable question. We have to sacrifice things. Forsaken means to sacrifice things, give up things. And we have to follow Yahweh Shai until the end. Endure to the end, have faith in Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory. And this is showing you that reincarnation is in the scriptures, because the disciples, the prophets, the followers of Yahweh Shai, they come back, man, after a few generations, third and fourth generation, as is written in the scriptures, right? The spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. And it says, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Now, obviously, certain special spirits, certain of the elect like the disciples, 12 disciples, they got their lot, they got their positions and rankings as they're going to stick to in the doctrine and faith of Yahweh Shemashai, but also the rest that follow the Lord, they're going to be greatly ranked too. Right? So there's a blessing and reward if you follow Yahweh Shai to the end. But guess what comes with it? And everyone that have forsaken, loses or gives up, or unattaches from himself, willing to give up, such as houses or brethren, sisters or father or mother or wife or children, or so that's family. So those are one of the battles. Your family going to come against you. Is written in Matthew 10 and 17 that they will actually sell you out. Your family, your friends, people you know in the world, they're going to sell you out, man. They're going to give you up to the governments and to the prisons, to the police, to the elites, to the army people. Yeah, so you can be tortured, arrested, or forced to take the C-hip, man, to try and change your mind, to get you to do something that's off, or to be a rat or sellout. And it says all lands. Yeah, you can apply that to houses, property. Yeah, you're gonna have to lose your home. So you're definitely gonna be a pilgrim if you're losing your home, your land, because you're gonna have to maneuver. You're gonna have to be a foreigner. You're gonna have to be off the grid. Yeah, pilgrims usually off the grid. You know, so we're gonna be tested with things like that as well. You know, sleeping in the wilderness. Yeah, sleeping in hidden places and stuff like that. And it says, for my name's sake, for Yahweh Shai, shall receive 100-fold and inherit everlasting life. Right? The kingdom. And 100-fold is really innumerable, because we know in the scriptures the kingdom is never going to end. Israel shall be saved with everlasting salvation. Yeah? So it's going to go for that 100-fold is really a metaphor for forever, man. Pleasures forevermore. Yeah? So we have to be pilgrims, man. We've got to understand that we are dead to this world. And this world has nothing to offer us, man. Yeah. It's polluted. It's corrupted. It's wicked. It's frustrating. Yeah. And acknowledging that this wicked society does that to you should put you in a spirit of wanting this place to be destroyed. And you want the kingdom to come. You want Yahweh Shai to come. You want all these prophecies to speed up, Lord willing. Yeah. So be as pilgrims, man. Anyways, with that, yeah, and also being as pilgrims, things that could happen in your life where you lose a job, man. Then you have to bounce and find another job. Maybe the Lord doesn't want you to be in the same job for 3, 4, 5 years. You got to adapt to a new hell, adapt to a new job. Yeah, the Lord does things to test people. You know, might get too comfortable in the job. Maybe the Lord wants to get rid of you that job. Maybe the Lord may want you to have no job for about 3 months and see what you do. Do you crack? Do you start to go insane, or do you pray unto the Lord? Or do you remain in your frame and be spiritual? Yeah, the Lord throw things as well, to test you, which is needed, because guess what? It's gonna come anyway, and it's gonna come in a big and worse way. Because if you deny the C-hip, Lord willing, that's what we want to do for the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. If you deny the C-hip, you're gonna be stranded. But if you believe in the Lord, you have faith that the Lord can help you through being stranded. The Lord can help you to get food and water and clothing and a place to stay. If you trust in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So all these are mini test runs. You losing your job, out of job for 4 or 5 months. you not having a woman for a year or something like that. You not having your own place to stay. The Lord may have you to live with your woman, your demon for a bit, or your mum or Arkim brother for a bit to test you and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, man. Anyways, with that, man, hope you've been edified. Shalom.